This is Desmond Clark, former tight end of your Chicago Bears.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Halas Hall Report.
Defense has been playing too good. So I'm going to take the Bears in a rare shootout.
I mean, if that offensive line, we get some help for that one. We in our draft and everything, we need to focus on our offense.
You know, he's going to be on a roll here today. I think he's at least going to have 2 sacks.
Doing it all year long, so if you stop those 2 guys, who else they got?
Robbie to go. I mean, he took out Aaron for
Yeah.
us.
Score that touchdown, got the 1-play lead with 61 seconds left.
Dalton runs the offense a little better than Fields, as long as the offensive line can somewhat hold up.
Whatever you need.
Welcome to Halas Hall Report. It's game day. We're here with Bear fan Dan, CJ, Jason, Samantha, and Billy Defense Flores at tailgating himself. How's everybody doing today?
Bear down, baby. Bear down.
Good. We got a freaking Chiefs fan back here, too. He's confused.
I finally got the new segment up. We'll just go ahead and kick that off. It's the fastest 2 minutes recap of the game from last week.
Hey man, I was thinking about what to say, and I thought about it. It ain't really a lot to be said besides nobody giving us a shot. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go take that from the jump, and we're gonna go hit them in the mouth, and let's fight for each other all day. Hey, they gonna make plays, but we gonna make more plays, and we're gonna come out this victorious, and we're gonna do whatever it takes. I lay my life on the line out here today, man, and I hope y'all boys with me. I'm coming all day. All I need from y'all, come with me, because I'm here.
That was pretty badass, that last video there. That last clip with Roquan.
Yeah, that was literally his mic'd up one from last week pregame.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, the big W from last week, and Woody's not here to hear it, but Samantha called it last second field goal.
I did.
A little bit, but hey. There's Woody.
What's going on?
Must be raining. He's in the vehicle.
Have Billy tell us where he's at again.
What's going on, fellas? I'm over here in the south side of Chicago, 35th and Damon, doing my veterans tailgate today, baby. This is all about the veterans. They coming out. If you're a veteran, come on out down here in Chicago. You get to eat for free. Basically, we're just out here tailgating. Got my boy Brandon here from Chicago Tracks, baby. Chicago Bears Tracks up here. You know, starting to do it good out here, man. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
You do know how to tailgate 100% for sure.
Wish I could have made it. Just a little
That's
too
all right.
soon.
You get healthy there, Sam. We know we'll see you again.
I'll see you soon.
I'm glad you're doing. I'm glad you're up and you're moving. That's awesome.
Yep.
Right on. So from last week's game, we did studs and duds. Who was the stud of last week's game, offensive and defensive?
Has to be Khalil Herbert.
Clea Herbert.
Definitely Herbert.
I literally knew everybody was going to say that. I'll step out the box, and I'm going to say the offensive line. The running game is beautifully. We just got to get Justin Fields to throw better, make better decisions. You can't make that excuse that the line is not doing their job.
Man, it's almost like he threw those 2 passes, like turning his head, like it was just weird.
Definitely on defense side of the ball, it's obviously our man, Roquan Smith. 16 tackles, 6 of them solo, 2 tackles for his losses, and a game-changing interception at the end of the game.
We got to pay that man. We got to pay that man.
I believe they will. I didn't want his stats to rise up like number 1 because then it's going to be a huge payday for him. Obviously, it's going to be a big payday. I just didn't want it to be number 1 payday.
Yeah, it's gonna, man. We got the money.
We do have the money. Pay the guy. He's out there fighting for his life. He, went through all this stuff before the season, and now here we are. He's still working hard, still leading, as we saw in that video, getting all the guys pumped up. He's delivering. Give him his freaking money.
He's definitely the leader of the defense, 100%. And
Definitely.
He may not like the decisions that, the organization's making, but that makes it tougher for him too because he don't have an agent. It's all him,
Hey, Woody.
What's up, Woody? Got better reception, buddy?
Hey, my reception might be bad.
Samantha
Are you out there
was rubbing
tailgating?
in a little bit. That last-second field goal that she called, 1 for 1. Woody's 1 for 1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, our rookies are doing pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. Dominique Robinson's doing pretty good in pressure. He needs to play a little more, you know what I mean? But every time he's in there, he's actually creating pressures. And Jaquan Brisker, he's one of the highest rookies out there.
My reception might be bad, guys. I don't know.
You're good. You can still talk. It's just a little different. You're not laying down for once.
Yeah, I know.
Looks kind
If
of
I get
weird.
cut off, 20-17 Bears, a running game. The wind is bad here. It's raining. 20-17. Santos isn't going to have the winning field goal. They will. That's all
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
loving
say.
that you're picking the Bears to win, Woody. You made my day.
Is it just supposed to be drizzling during
But
game
my
time,
reception's
Woody?
bad. My reception's bad. But like I said, everybody enjoy the game. 20-17 Chicago.
Bam. That's what I like to hear, brother. Same here, brother. Hey, I'm going to get my prediction out too, just in case, because I'm going to be jumping out soon. Like I say, I'm hosting a tailgate party out here. I'm going 24-13 Bears.
Bears it is, hopefully, for sure. But from last year to this year, we all complained last year of second half adjustments. There's got to be second half adjustments. The Bears defense has not allowed a single touchdown in the second half this year yet. We just got to have the offense step up a little more.
Yeah, the defense is doing a good job. I think we are making some better second half adjustments, but I think we're getting a little bit lucky too. So we got to take these lucky wins and we got to improve.
Well,
Yep. Hopefully our team starts gelling, starting to gel a little bit better now these rest of these games. Like I say, we got lucky. Hey, we got a winning record. Let's keep this winning record. And then, hopefully our team starts playing better together and, make it to the playoffs, hopefully. Like I say, I was only given us 6 wins, but, we'll see what happens. But
Yeah,
I got to get out of here,
most
guys.
of us were.
You guys have a
Bye.
blast. Bear down, everybody. Much love, everybody.
They're done.
Right.
see you, man.
Take it easy.
So we all talked a lot about the defense, and I think most of us thought that they were going to be legit, even though a lot of the pundits or whatever you may call it were saying that the defense wasn't going to be that good. We didn't lose much on defense. We gained a lot, especially in the draft.
We lost a lot of salary.
Yeah. But I liked the draft. I didn't think it was bad at all. I thought we got some good pieces in the draft. I mean, they weren't the, I don't think what we all had on our mind, but when we seen the players, it was like, oh man, these guys are pretty good.
Definitely. And
I want to see Velus Jones Jr. Honestly, I want to see because he's going to be a good special teams guy.
He's supposed to be in the lineup today. They haven't 100% said he was. At least I haven't seen it yet. But hopefully his debut's today. Like you said, he'll help out the special teams. But with the lack of receivers, I feel like he's going to be a receiver as well, not just a return man.
Yeah, and I posted in the chat a while back of his highlights. He's not a bad receiver at all. I mean, and the kid's a little bit on the older side for a rookie, but I mean that's just that's experience as a man, I think.
Right. He hasn't really had his chance yet. He hasn't really been healthy, so this is his time. I'm not saying he's 100%, but this is your debut. Hopefully, we can see what he can do a little bit.
He's got some wheels on him too. That's for sure.
Definitely a lot of
says he's expected to play.
He's expected.
Nice.
Yep.
So questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a guy that I'm excited about.
All right. I tried to look into it. I couldn't see his reasoning. Does anybody on the panel know the reasoning why Santos isn't making it? All it says was personal.
Santos isn't there today?
He's not there. He's in Florida. I seen that this morning. He's in Florida for some reason.
Well, who is our backup for that?
We actually had a tryout that we signed somebody. I don't even 100% know who it is, honestly.
I missed this.
I shared it. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Or the day before? It was very recent. Friday.
Oh, I'm seeing that now. I had no idea. I missed that.
Yeah, because I got Santos in my fantasy, too.
That's not good for us.
Sounds like some guy, Michael Badgley.
Michael Badgley.
Was not into the practice squad on Saturday, then immediately elevated to the active roster.
Yeah, because we needed a kicker, so don't think we're going to kick long field goals.
No, jeez.
Definitely got to get the 7 for sure.
Hey, man, I haven't been counting the Bears kicker for a long time. Not personally. I mean,
for sure.
And
the person with the class. What's that?
His 4-year career, he's gone 70 of 87 on field goal tries, good for 80.5% rate. His career long was a 59-yarder in 2018, and he's 122, 127 on extra point attempts.
When was the last time he was in the league, though?
His name's familiar. I think he played last year.
I thought it was a couple years ago, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look. The name sounds familiar.
Right. Last week, he had a huge game, the class act. He literally dedicated that game to Montgomery. Herbert is literally 7th on the all-purpose yards for rushing, and he hasn't even started a game yet. Last week, he had 132 yards after contact.
But did you guys watch the Giants game last week?
Not a lot of it.
Well, I'm a little worried about Saquon because I don't know if you guys watched it. He had like this badass 34-ish yard touchdown run. Like he's trying to make a comeback here, and I think he's on some momentum.
Possibly. It's going to be a little rainy there. I'm not sure exactly on the weather, so it's definitely going to be a run-pound kind of game. For sure. But Cleo had more yardage after contact than any other running back last week, except for Cordell Patterson.
Okay. Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, former Bear.
I don't think Patterson's going to keep this up. I just can't see it happening. I don't think his body's going to hold up. But
right now, he's questionable with an injury.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like I said, Herbert's not even a starter, and some of these running backs have double the carries that he has.
Well, and I think most of us knew that Herbert was, if he got a shot, he was going to turn some heads. I mean, I think every one of us knew that. I mean, because you see these guys in the preseason, and you're like, damn, that guy's got some burst, you know. And then all they need is a shot. I think that's why teams don't really keep running backs anymore, and they just because, man, there's just so much talent at that position available all the time. Look at that. Stan's a celebrity.
Man, they got fans in here.
For last week's game against the Texans, who was your dud? We'll start with CJ.
It was it was Justin, unfortunately. That was not a good game from him. So, and I will be getting more into that today on my show. But I definitely it seemed like the offense has got to get off to better starts. It seemed like, they got a touchdown in in the first quarter in the previous game and whatnot, but it seemed like after that they just slow down for some reason. So they're gonna have to start picking that offense up at least. But it was not a good day for Justin to say the least. He really struggled, I thought.
You know what? He had no confidence either. Like, if you would have seen him sitting on the sidelines on the bench, he did not look like a confident quarterback. He looked like a little boy, like playing high school game, and it wasn't going his way, and he was having a little tantrum. And I don't know if you guys saw, like, the viral pictures that went around, where they're looking at him, like, in disgust on the sidelines. Yeah. But I feel like he just didn't have that leader attitude or mentality going in the last game. He really needs to step up.
He definitely does, for sure. Jason, how about you, bud?
Well, I definitely would agree with the Fields thing, but I don't know. I would say Fields too. I mean, because it's glaring. Because Sam said it perfect. Like, his confidence is just not there. You could tell when he threw those balls. Like I said, he's turning. It kind of looked like he was turning his head sideways and praying it was his guy that caught it. It's just like an air ball up for grabs both times.
Definitely, I agree. It's Fields. Had a bad game. Hopefully he bounces back. Other than Fields, I think tackling's got to be better. There was too much missed tackling.
Look who just walked in.
What's up, Ken? Can you hear us, buddy? Looks like Ken's got a little issue.
There we go. No, when I first came on, I couldn't hear you guys. It was like, I don't know, it's weird. Good morning.
Morning.
It gets me back. Did you see Woody? He says he sees the glare coming off my head.
It's shiny.
Yeah, it's freshly shaved.
It's the sun coming through the blinds right above you.
Right. And as I was saying before, our offensive line has been stepping up this year, especially for the running game. Jenkins and Whitehair got the same grade, 71.7, which is pretty good. 6th best against guards and 9th best against right guard.
Well, he was highly picked, so that's what they
just
they
missed
wanted.
it with stud. Who was your player of the game, Ken?
In honor of Woody, Chris Santos.
We got to give a lot of credit to fucking Roquan Smith for setting that bad boy up.
That wasn't so. That was the one part of the game I missed because it was my daughter's wedding last Monday, and we were setting up on Sunday. So luckily, when we were setting up for the wedding event, the speakers were Bluetooth, so I piped the Bears game through the entire system. Unfortunately, the last 9 minutes of the fourth quarter is when we were doing rehearsal, so that's the only part of the game I missed was Roquan's interception.
Well, maybe you should keep the TV off today.
Well, now I don't have a wedding to prepare for. I can watch the game today.
True. But congratulations, though.
Thank you.
But yeah, Woody says it's windy and rainy here, so it's going to be a run game. Herbert and Barkley.
Another nasty game. Oh boy.
Yeah. I want the Bears to win, and I'm going to pick them to win, but I still want Saquon Barkley to get like 300 yards rushing because he's my fantasy running back.
Well, hey, the way we tackle, you might.
And he's pretty hot right now.
He is hot after last week. I'm telling you, I was watching the Giants game in my hotel. Actually, I was down in the lobby because I just wanted a change of scenery instead of sitting in that room. And the hotel manager guy won like a couple $1,000 on FanDuel because of that run with Saquon. So, I mean, it was an awesome run. And he was doing good that game. So, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. And now knowing that we don't have Santos, I'm rethinking my pick here.
Yeah, that'll be tough. But you know what?
Has anybody seen that kicker kick anything this week as far as the practice?
It says he was with Jacksonville and signed a contract with Jacksonville this year, but they cut him in August. But the last time he kicked was in 2000, or was last year with hold on, let me bring it back up.
What's the guy's name?
Badgley.
I totally missed this news this week, so now I'm sitting here thinking crap.
What'd you say, Dan?
He played with Jacksonville last year. Or no, I'm sorry, Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
He was first with the Titans, then he got cut. Then he went to the Colts.
Well, you never know, man. The kid could be hungry and want to,
He finished the season making 18 of 21 field goals and perfect in the extra points, 39 of 39.
Woody.
Wait and see.
Woody killing me.
Calling me a rookie for?
Well, all right, you guys, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. But before I do, I hope you all have a good day. I'm going to give my predictions real quick. I got the Bears winning this game. I'm going to say, since I know the weather's going to be nasty, I got them winning 17-14.
Right on.
Bears.
So,
okay.
Appreciate you coming on, CJ. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one,
all right,
CJ.
no problem. You all have a good one.
Hey, does anyone know? Is there? This stadium is turf. It's not natural grass, right?
I don't know.
I believe so.
I thought they're on the turf. Okay, I mean that's gonna make a difference versus being natural grass with the rain for sure. I know it's funny because I think the Bears are kind of like a bad weather team this year. Like for some reason, it just benefits the Bears if the weather's not good.
Windy City. We're used to that shit weather.
No. I think it's more or less because our receiving core that's built on speed isn't getting separation, and for whatever reason, the inclement weather kind of helps the rest of the team out for whatever reason. It's one of those weird things I can't really explain. But I get that feeling. I just can't put my finger on it. You know what I mean? But it just seems that like in good weather, our speed team gets zero separation, but in bad weather, they seem to do okay.
Well, just wait until the cold. Let's see how those joints work then.
Yeah.
Because really it's just been rainy and somewhat nice. So you can deal with the rain when you're not freezing, but when you're freezing, it's a different ballgame.
I mean, what worries me is this. We're 2-1. We probably should have won the first game, right? rightfully lost to the Packers the way our defense played in week 2. Listening to the game last week, I was kind of like, man, we should have been beating the Texans. This shouldn't have had to be a last-minute field goal. I still think we could be a surprise 9-win team. Here's what I'm worried about. That the Bears think they're in it and they can make the run. Oh, let's sign Odell because he's healthy. Because we need that receiving help. And we spent a bunch of money on Odell Beckham Jr. in about a month or 2.5 or so when he's ready. And then he comes to that cold weather, Mike, and just gets hurt. And we're going to waste a bunch of money. I mean, this is a team that doesn't need to do anything as far as make any more additions this year, right? We should just let it ride. And if they overachieve and make the playoffs, great.
I agree with you, Ken. And next week also we actually get a receiver, supposedly Harry, back. He's supposed to be back next week. And then today, Jones Jr. is supposed to make his debut.
Yep.
Hey,
So
Woody, if you had done an injury report, well, I guess it's not an injury. Damn. For Santos, then I would have known before today.
It says personal for Santos.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, it tells you, especially in your fantasy, it tells you exactly.
I don't do fantasy.
Oh. Well, just look at the app.
Yeah, heck, fantasy had they'd ruled out Monty before the Bears officially ruled out Monty. Them dudes seem to know what's going on.
Right.
You want an injury report? Forget Woody. Go to your fantasy page.
True. Yeah, but that's Woody's job. He usually does the injury report. So, like you said, there's 2 ruled out before the game even started, before the day. Jalen Johnson and David Montgomery will be out. I believe Jalen Johnson was out last week, so hopefully we can get him healthy next week. Also out is linebacker Matt Adams, Dane Cruikshank, and Ryan Gibson.
Food delivered.
Dang, I shared a thing in our group chat that said Santos was out. Didn't even read it.
I was there. I thought I shared it, but someone did.
I shared it first, and I didn't even read the damn
He
thing.
said I shared it first.
Wow.
And the people selected Jones Jr. and Quinn. Hopefully Quinn can go, because Quinn definitely helps that defensive line. And the people that are ruled out for them, they don't really have a big injury list. They got Flat out, McLeod, Tooney, Robinson, and Williams.
Oh, this is going to be a good game because, I mean, New York is kind of like, I hate to say it, but the Giants are kind of like the Bears coming into the season, right? No one's expected that much of them, but they've been playing pretty good with their new.
I think they're only favored to win by like 3 last time I checked.
And that's usually the 3 points that every home team gets. So it's within the
3.5,
margin of error.
I think. But I agree.
Right? Isn't that the way the sports line works? Home team automatically gets 3 points. Yeah. I mean, but the Giants are one of those teams that, you know, with their new coaching staff and everything, they've actually been playing pretty well. But they're like the Bears. So, yeah, you know, this is going to be one of those games. It's going to be a really great game on TV. And whoever wins is going to come out going, oh, my God, look how awesome we are. It's like, no, man, you're 2 mediocre teams that just had a really good game against each other. You're not beating Tampa tomorrow. I mean, they could, but.
Well, Mike Evans supposed to be back.
Yeah, after his 1-game suspension. Yeah, they missed him last week.
Definitely. And they do have some injuries, so they need all the help they can get.
Yeah, Tampa does. Yeah, our game's going to be – I think our the only thing I want to see from the Bears with our game, I mean, we know they can run the ball. It's been great to see a commitment to the run that Eberflus has made because that's something Nagy would never do. It would be nice to see the tight end position. You know, ooh, Komet has 1 catch this year. All right.
You missed my video. I showed it.
Oh, his 1 catch? Yeah. I mean, he does have and he has a drop, but I mean, I like to see the tight end more. But really, what's got me scratching my head this year with this team, we all figured the wide receiving core would be the problem, right? But it's not. It's the defense. And with everyone coming back, that's kind of a head scratcher because it's not that they're not getting pressures because they are. It's not that the DBs aren't pass protecting because, well, they are. It's that we can't freaking tackle a running back.
I wouldn't say the defense in general. I'd more point towards the run game because our defense has actually been pretty decent except for in the run game.
Right,
and
well,
obviously tackling here and there, but overall they've stepped up when they needed to.
But I mean, that's why I said though it's the run game. It's we can't tackle a runner. I mean, going back to the Packers,
we're still worse in the league, aren't we?
We've got to be. I mean, that's the only reason the Packers win that game like they did, because we couldn't tackle a Green Bay running back. And when the hell? I mean, that's probably the first. That's the first time that Aaron Rodgers didn't beat us. Their running back beat us. Like Rodgers didn't win that Packers game. It was their running game that won that game. Rodgers just happened to.
We definitely couldn't stop the run.
Bill could have been the quarterback, and they would have won that game because he would have doesn't have to throw the ball. He could just they could just run.
I don't know. They might. If Bill's in for quarterback, they're going to stack the line.
Well, that's true. It is Bill, but I mean,
press.
Shit, I got a quick release.
But he's got quick release of getting the hell out of there. Holy crap, I'm gone.
Got to switch the play to that quick slant real quick, just to that guy.
Yeah, but I mean, so with Saquon today and the way our defense doesn't tackle,
and our kicker's gone.
Yeah, and Santos is gone. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, kickers in this league, like if you look at fantasy, especially from worst to best, the difference over a season is very, very small. I mean, and again, we get the importance because we all remember the double doink, but
it wasn't just the double doink. That whole season, that guy was screwing up and losing games for us.
Yeah, that's why he's been signed and cut 3 more times. I think, like last year, the Saints kept him for 1 week. So I mean, but this is a 1 week rental because obviously Santos has some issue that took him away from football. You know, thought anyone can come in for a week and make a 38-yarder or so. I mean, does it change the game plan for longer field goals? Maybe. But I mean, if we can't stop Saquon Barkley from running all over this team today, is it going to matter? You know, I mean, hell, DraftKings isn't going to be giving away too much money on Saquon today. They probably expect it.
So you got the over on the Barkley stat?
If they can't tackle, he's going to have a big day. The only thing that might save us is the weather. That's the only thing that may save us with stopping the run is the weather. You know, because you look at week 1, we tackled great in the rain. So, I mean, if it's raining, maybe we tackle better. I don't know.
It's kind of hard to get away when it's slipping and sliding, you know.
Yeah.
When it's nicer weather, it's easier to break a tackle or make a move compared to when it's raining. But, Ken, I need your updated list on your game predictions. You've been busy this year.
Yeah, I know. It's been a crazy year already, hasn't it?
But I'll show I did update the panel votes, or not the votes, but the standings. I don't have Ken's or Billy's. I got to contact Billy. I'm pretty sure he took the Bears every time. I'm not really sure. But you got Dan and Woody leading the packet and Samantha at 3-0.
I'd be 2-1 like everyone else because I knew the Bears would win. I foolishly thought we could beat the Packers, even though I knew we probably should. But I probably would have taken the Bears that game, so I'd be 2-1 like everyone else.
Didn't Woody
Not
pick
everyone.
the 49ers?
Some of us are 3-0.
Except for you 2-3-0 people. Sorry.
Didn't Woody pick the 49ers week 1?
I thought he did.
I'm pretty sure he did because
I'm pretty sure he did too.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it. There was one video I didn't get at.
I think that he did because Billy gave him a lot of shit about it.
Yep.
Yeah, him and I were the only ones that picked the 49ers. I think.
Yeah, I remember that. You picked it too.
Yeah, I just
Woody's with us 2-1 then. I was kind of late on it. I haven't been keeping update on it. Usually I keep updates.
Sorry, Woody. I wasn't trying to be a rat. I know.
Oh, you got him. Throw him under the bus. Throw him under the bus.
Snitches get stitches. He's coming for you now.
Luckily, I'm like a couple thousand miles away.
I got enough stitches for everybody.
But no,
yeah,
I mean,
all right, it'll be worth it in the end. You'll be happy.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Even knowing the Packers were going to win, there's no way, Mike. I'd ever take the Packers. I mean, the Bears could be the worst team in football. The Packers could be the best team in history. I'd still take the Bears over the Packers because it's the freaking Packers. If anyone here took the Packers over the Bears, they should be kicked off the show permanently.
Oh, whatever. It's called being realistic.
Yeah, I'm realistic, except when it comes to the Packers.
I don't
Forget
like
those
it
guys.
either.
I mean,
'Cause
I
if
didn't
you go
want it to
against
happen.
them, and then the Bears win. They really give you shit. Like you
I
didn't
wanted
pick
to be
your own-
wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, we probably would have won that game if we could have tackled the running back. But
Yeah,
I digress.
tackling's definitely got to be better, like you said, and definitely got to step up in that running defense for sure. Because every team is just running all over us.
What do you guys think, though, 3 weeks in so far? What do you guys think of the play calling so far?
Sucks, but I can kind of understand it because I think that Fields is not doing a good enough job to be more aggressive in plays, honestly.
Well, I think the play calling is probably them seeing what they see from him and trying to probably protect them.
Yeah.
I'm with Jay. Plus, the play calling has been better since last year for sure. There's a couple plays that they just need to throw out the window. Like one of them was 4th and goal at the 1, and let's go shotgun. Like, hold on a second.
That was so weird.
I mean, there's always going to be those plays that we remember, right? Those one-offs. Oh, get rid of that, like that shotgun. I would agree, though. I'd say the play calling's been better. It is a weird fact that the Bears have the least amount of pass attempts in the NFL this year, and actually in quite some time. That's actually a record of some kind now. But I like, what I liked about Fields last week? I played like trash. He knows it. Like he knows. Yeah, he knows they need to do better in the passing game, and he owned it. So I like the play calling. On both sides of the ball, because I think the Bears called the right defense most of the time. It's just their inability to execute sometimes that's hurting. But on both sides of the ball, I think the play calling has been great compared to what we've seen in the past.
I think owning it is great, but that he needs to do something about it. Like if you can say, yeah, it was me, I sucked over and over again, but you need to change. Like he's got to improve.
He's kind of got to forget about last week and keep his head up and move forward. But you missed this a little bit ago, though, Ken. I said the difference between last year and this year is second half adjustments. We finally have second half adjustments this year.
We get adjustments by quarter.
Have not allowed a second half touchdown yet this year.
This team though kind of is doing more adjustments by quarter. We're even seeing adjustments in the second quarter which is great. Like this coaching, I think we've got a brighter future. Definitely. And Roquan's going to make that bank this year too if he keeps playing like this.
He's leading the league in tackles right now.
Yeah.
Probably a few other stats too, but I'm not going to cherry pick them.
No, but that interception last week, without it, we don't win. We don't. I mean, who knows if you win the game later on? But I mean, it set you up for a game winner. So I mean,
it was definitely impressive deep in the fourth quarter in their territory. So it's like our offense did not have to do much to win that game.
Thank goodness, because we can't.
But Fields had more talking and discussion on what to do during that than he did the whole game. He's like, where do you want it? You want it on the hash? You want it in the middle field? You want it on the right? Like, you know what I mean? Where do you want the ball?
Yeah, that's what they always do. I think the other thing, though, like Fields saying he play like trash. I'm sorry, but the receivers, I got to own a little of that because they don't get separation and they're not giving them good targets too. And for a team that was a bunch of speed receivers, we're really terrible at separation.
But that's where they got to change the play calling a little bit and have more men go in motion to get that separation. Just like I said on the Viking show with Justin Jefferson. Like, he hasn't been getting open. He hasn't got the ball. So it's like you got to move him around, put him in the slot, put him in the number 1, put him in the number 2. You got to move him around and then put him in motion just to help him out to get that separation.
Well, the problem with the Vikings and Jefferson is the Packers left them wide open the whole game. So they figured, that's how it's going to be all year. Yeah, sorry, Packers. I mean, you left him wide open.
And an update to that game right now, the Vikings are winning 16-14.
Yeah,
That's
the
a London
Saints
game.
just scored. Andy Dalton threw a long pass to Callaway, and then they actually got Latavius Murray running the ball right now.
Yeah, Red Rocket's got a touchdown, Ken. You'd love that.
Good old Red Rocket.
He had all week to prepare. They said he was the starter from day one. Well, not day one, but Monday.
Well, he's 14 of 18, 137 yards and a TD. Looking pretty good. And he almost ran the ball in on the goal line just now, too.
Oh, I missed it. I literally just looked over to see the score.
They were 2nd and 4, and he got 3 yards. He just barely missed the end zone. And then Murray ran it in.
I got a house full of dogs. My daughter's dogs are here while they're on their honeymoon. So I have 7 dogs, so you may hear that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
I got 4.
We normally have 4. But now we have 7, and her 3 dogs are bigger than any of my dogs. In fact, they're all 3 are big dogs. So, yeah.
Yeah, with the 3 teams battling 2-1, who do you think is going to be on the top of the division after this week? God got really quiet. Next question, huh?
No, I mean, it's like one of those. That's what I'm saying. Let's say the Bears end up 3-1, because let's say the Bears win today, right? And we're on top of the division. You know how our fan base is. Oh my God! And then when reality punches us in the face, we play a good team and lose. They're gonna freak out. They're gonna get nasty as far as mean, and they're not gonna be realistic. I mean, the team we're playing today is not a good team. We are not a good team. We're an okay team. We're both okay teams that are, getting better, but we're not a 14-win team. You know what I mean? Like, I had this as a dark horse 9-win team in the preseason because I thought people would underestimate us. And so far they kind of have a little bit. But I mean, that's a loaded question at this point in the season. Because we end up at 3-1. Great, we're in first place. Well, you already know all the homers out there are gonna. Oh my God, get the tickets to the Super Bowl. But and then when the inevitable crash comes and we don't win the division with this team, they're gonna be, oh my God, fire this coaching staff and negativity. It's just. I think that's why, because the Packers are a good team. We know they're a good team. Actually, the whole division is made up of good teams this year, if you think about it. Detroit is actually pretty good. The Vikings are a pretty good team. I mean, I don't think we have a stud team in the North. We have some really good teams and some okay teams, right? Like we don't have trash, but we don't have studs either. We're kind of in the middle division, which means we're going to look good playing each other, but when we're playing the elite teams of the league, we're not going to look that good.
Well, the only way the Bears are going to be leading in the division if the 2 other teams lose, because they got us by the tiebreakers. I unfortunately have the whole NFC North winning this week.
I do too.
So I think the standings just going to move up 1, but everybody's going to be in the same position.
Pretty much.
As
long as the Lions are in the basement, we're happy, right?
Definitely. And the Vikings just below us on the steps.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting a little tired of sitting here, so I'm going to go. But I guess I got to give my prediction first, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, gosh. All right, let's go. Bears, 24-21.
Sounds good. Hopefully next week we won't be so boring and you'll stay with us.
No, it's it's positioning. It's
I'm just
positioning.
kidding. I know.
Okay.
Get better. Get your rest.
All right. See you guys.
Take care of yourself.
Take care, Sam.
Bye.
I'm going 17-10 Bears. That's me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 17-14 Bears.
Dan?
17-13 Bears.
I think the weather is playing a factor in some predictions here.
I think
Mine's not high either. I got Bears winning 13-9.
Oh yeah.
Weather is definitely going to be a factor.
Hey, you know what? You know what's gonna be funny now, Mike? Watch. Now it's gonna be a 35-38 shootout.
Because it's like a drizzle, but they're still balling.
Yeah, yeah. Just like
It just depends on the field, you know. That's what I think. If it's just a drizzle, the field will be fine. But if it's a monsoon, it doesn't drain that well. There ain't much pitch to it. So
well, it's still better than Soldier Field. So yeah.
True, but they just replaced the grass that week of game, and they didn't really want to do it. Honestly, they waited until the last minute possible and said, "Oh, we better do something." And we got so much rain, there was no way that rain can drain off fast enough. So
they didn't do the field right. The city of Chicago is not going to spend any money on this team.
That's what I mean.
At all, period. And then they wonder why the team wants to move. And more so have control. You know, it's not about
but they tried to talk to an update of the field and the stadium, but it's too late. Like,
so are any of you guys old enough to remember going to a game at Soldier Field when it had turf?
No.
Yeah.
Artificial turf.
When was this? Before the 90s?
The 85 Bears were on turf.
Yep.
And the turf was the old school AstroTurf. It was like a carpet. It had no real padding under it. Didn't have the little balls in it that come now. It was like old school AstroTurf. I mean, the raspberries you'd get on this stuff was, take weeks to get rid of. It's funny because ever since they got rid of the turf and they put the grass, which was I think in the 90s, they've never been able to maintain that field at all. It's every season we have the worst playing surface in the league. The city of Chicago would have been better off to pay whatever company that is that does the turf and put turf down in Chicago because the park district can't maintain that field for jack.
I don't remember the 80s too much. I was too young to even remember, but I remember the 90s. That's why I said I had to be before the 90s.
Yeah, I thought it might be late 80s, early 90s, because, I went to games in, like, 85 and whatnot, and actually we played soccer games on it, too, because that's where the Chicago Sting, when they were around, used to play, and as a kid, I actually played a game on that surface, but it was the old school AstroTurf, not the nice stuff we have now. It's like the crappy pickup on Amazon now for the dirt cheap stuff you pick up. It was like
I'm gonna have to go watch some of those games.
The stuff the guys line their helmet cases with.
Yeah, basically, yeah. No, because I got the real stuff for even my helmet case. If I got some like that kind of older stuff, it doesn't even look like grass, right? It's like it's always got a strange green color. Like it's either very light or too dark, right?
Yeah, on the bottom of your shoes, remembrance. I went to a Bears game back when they were on strike in '87, and that when after the game, there were people down there playing the two-hand touch football on Soldier Field. So me and my buddy went down there, and yeah, I remember the turf pretty well.
The Spare Bears. I remember the Spare Bears.
Yeah.
There's some good games on this week too that I'm excited to watch. Just not the Bears game. That KC Tampa Bay game's interesting to me.
That's gonna be interesting. That'll be an interesting game.
Bro, if they don't, if the Chiefs don't.
My kid's big Chiefs fan, so he's.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you. It's always
already
bad having a Packer fan in the house.
Man, if he was a Packer fan, I'd give him up for adoption. But,
that's why I said almost as bad.
Yeah, no offense, Bill. But yeah, he's not. He doesn't. I think he probably appreciates Aaron Rodgers though.
No, I don't.
Well, look, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. He's like, you're full of crap, Dad.
Oh my God! When Brady and him were playing in the Mahomes were playing in the Super Bowl. Oh my God! I think I emotionally damaged him. I was talking so much smack. I go, you ain't beating Brady in the Super Bowl, buddy. Sorry. And then it just was over. Yeah, it didn't go too good. He didn't like me for about 3 months after that.
I'm wondering if the Raiders are going to finally get a win today.
I picked him
I
too.
don't know, man.
You want to talk about a team that's like
Dad, I could simulate all of that.
you want to talk about a team that people thought were going to be a really good team this year, and they're 0-3, and they're not a bad team. They are a really good team. I mean, look at their look at them. The fact that they're 0-3 right now is mind-boggling. You know,
Another team that came out in a slump was the Colts. I thought they were a better team than what they started. Like I was like, man,
I
tired.
hate to say this, but the Colts made the wrong decision getting rid of Carson Wentz. I think, anyway. I mean,
Matt,
defense.
Matt Ryan isn't doing his thing.
he's like 70 in
Not
football
70.
years. He looks
I
like
think, but
He's
that's like
under
saying Wentz
Brady, but I mean he's up there.
Wentz
looks
isn't a
malnourished.
spring chicken either. Yeah, Wentz has been around the block a little bit.
Yeah, but he had great numbers last year, I thought. I mean, yeah, he didn't put out in, when it counted towards the end, but Matt Ryan looks like he just got out of a concentration camp. Have you seen him?
Well, he was in Atlanta for all that time. I mean, come on.
I mean, seriously, man, he looks like someone got to make him a sandwich. He's like
I
bone
feel sorry
thin.
for the Colts. If you think about it, look at the Colts, right? You have Peyton Manning, and then he gets a neck injury. He's out for a year. So then you get Andrew Luck, and you get rid of Peyton Manning, and it worked out okay because Andrew Luck turned out to be a really, really good quarterback. And then you're chugging along with Andrew Luck. You're a successful football club, and out of the blue, I'm out. Peace. See ya. Been nice knowing you, NFL. Andrew retires early. Like he pulls a Barry Sanders. And now that team can't get. I mean, it's like a quarterback carousel. It's the who's who of big names in the NFL that have now are making their way through Indianapolis. I mean,
he is 37 years old.
Well, but as some of these guys have proved, the age with the quarterbacks is not like a running back. But Brady's how old?
Yeah,
Rodgers
but he's
is
been
how old?
protected. Certain teams, quarterbacks, go out because they're not protected. Brady's almost always been protected for the most part.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, Ryan's still he's still durable. It's not injury issues with him. It's that the Colts suck. Their defense is horrendous this year. Don't tell me they don't miss Eberflus there. They do.
That was their strong point last year.
Yeah, their
I
defense
agree.
went from being strong to being like a Matt Nagy offensive play call. Dead flatlined.
It definitely flatlined losing him from the defense for sure.
So I mean, that should tell you something else about the head coach we've got. Like you can see what an impact he had made there. The second he's gone, that defensive team falls apart. They collapse.
Hey, I was going to tell you guys, the Red Rifle right now has got a chance to march downfield and take the lead right now on Vikings. Vikings can't put the ball in the end zone today.
What did you just say, Jay?
Kick it off field goal.
So the Vikings fake punted, converted, got the ball in. Got the ball further downfield, stalled the drive, just kicked another field goal. So it's 19-14 now. It's a Saints ball in the fourth quarter, and Dalton's got a chance to take the lead here.
Hey, so I missed this during the week. Why did they sign Dalton?
What'd you say?
I missed that during the week because obviously, it's been a week. So why did they sign Dalton? What was the reasoning for them signing Dalton down there?
They needed a quarterback.
Well, he's talking probably about why didn't they go with Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
Oh.
They also got Ian Book too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have still went with Dalton there. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I can't stand Ian Book.
Wait, what? Notre Dame?
But what was I going to say? Winston's been playing hurt, I think, for the second 2 weeks after week one. They said he couldn't even get in and out of his car. Like he was hurt.
I think after what everyone saw with Tua the other day, I think there's going to be another emphasis on quarterback health. I mean, how they let him back in that game. And I wasn't even able to watch the game, obviously, but I saw it because my son plays on Thursdays. That's when freshman football is, but I saw the clips. And I'm like, how the hell did they let that guy back in the game? And he should have been so – I think there's going to be more.
Didn't he get a concussion the week before?
Yeah.
He did, and he cleared concussion protocol. So he passed the protocol, which is pretty stringent. I mean, I don't know what's all written.
They say he passed, but did you see that he got fired?
But it's not. But it's not Miami Dolphins' doctor staff. It's not their position to say that he passed. It's an independent staff from the NFL. The team doctors have zero. Because, dude, if we let team doctors have it, hey, you want a cortisone shot? I mean, that's what they do, right?
Shoot me up, boss.
Yeah, but with the concussion protocol, it's an independent doctor from the NFL that has nothing to do with the team. So it's not a team doctor thing. The NFL actually blessed off on it too. So
and he was the one that should have been fired, not the other guy.
Yeah, because he passed the NFL concussion protocol to be able to play. Now that was a pretty wicked hit he took.
Oh God, did you see his hands?
Dude, you could never hold it like that if you wanted.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
So I mean, I think there's a lot of blame to go around the officiating crew. Like, how the hell did you not realize that right away? And how do you even let the guy get up and try to walk to the line? I mean,
well, I don't know if you've seen it. I posted. They have an update on it. They're literally going to update the concussion protocol, change it a little bit. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but they're supposedly going to change it.
Yeah. So I mean, oh, that was nasty. But I mean, it's been an interesting week of football. I don't know what other games I'm looking for today. I mean, down here, just whatever happens beyond, I guess. That's what I'm looking for.
Jacksonville and Philly's another one I'd like to see.
Yeah, Jacksonville's been surprising.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is starting to look like he's starting to develop. He still looks
that's going to be a draft class that, what I like about that draft class? None of them have really done really great yet. But we're seeing them all start to develop. Like, there wasn't that out-the-box starter, right? I mean, two of them, or one of them at least, Lawrence started all last year. But now we're starting with all three of the Trey Lance, Lawrence, Fields. We're seeing the development. Like Mac Jones had success as a rookie, but look at his coach and look at his team. It's nice to see all three of those guys having some sort of reasonable success.
Right. And back to your comment, why didn't they go with Hill? Because he's injured. Ribs.
No, he's playing.
But I'm just saying what it says. It's saying his ribs, so you got to have somebody else. Like, they didn't really have anybody else.
He just ran for 13 yards on just play.
But he's injured to the point where he won't be your every down quarterback today.
Right. He's hurt. Kamara's hurt. Landry's hurt. Michael Thomas is hurt. Like, Traquan Smith is hurt. Like, if Minnesota don't pull off this win, they're not as good as what they think.
That team's got issues.
Because the Saints are on the move right now.
Yeah, they are. Man, Latavius Murray's looking good, man.
I was about to say that.
Wow. Well,
And the Red Rockets got time and picking them apart.
Yeah, he just threw another nice pass.
Yeah, I was about to say he just threw another nice one. They're on the 22
like the
now.
20.
They're knocking on the red zone.
I just looked. Ian Book's not with them anymore. He's with the Eagles now.
Oh. Dalton's looking pretty damn good, man.
I was about to say
Isn't it amazing? The dude missed all training camps, been sitting at home through the first 3 weeks. Hey, you want to play again? We'll make you the starter. I mean, that's insane.
He's got a really good attitude, though, Dalton.
He always has,
thought.
yeah. That's why I liked him so much last year. I thought he was a good quarterback to mentor Justin Fields.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we had a shit show of a coaching staff that listened to the fan base and pushed Fields in, I think, too early. I think he missed out on some education he could have gotten from Red Rocket.
I mean, you remember back in the day when it was the Rick Meyer, Cade McNown era, and everybody was clamoring for McNown, and then he just got totally ruined.
Wow. Hey,
First and goal at the 1.
Nice. That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Nice little catch and run there.
All right, now I need my boy Olave to score a short TD now, but I know they're going to pound the ball with Murray again.
That's insane though that he could miss the first 2 weeks of the season, come off get a call on Monday, and comes in and
Taysom Hill's in at quarterback now.
And he can take this team to London, which is not an easy week. London week's always hard. And to have the success that New Orleans is having today.
It's going to be a run play.
Yeah, everyone knows this was going to be a run.
Yep.
The second Hill goes in, it's a run play. They know it.
Yeah, it's wild because Dalton gets you down there, and then, you pull him out. Like, obviously, got to get that extra blocker in there, man.
Hey, but don't you remember that's what the Cardinals did, right? With Kurt Warner. He'd move you down there, and then he'd bring Leinart in the red zone. I mean, it worked for them. They went to a Super Bowl on it. I mean, people think, you have to have a quarterback. No. I mean, that team. I mean, they ended up at the end they're going strictly on Warner, right? But I mean, they had great success with a 2-quarterback system.
Right.
Yeah.
Saints literally
Leinart
just took the lead on that too, 20-19.
Yeah, Leinart his college success just didn't transfer into the NFL.
I'm gonna have to
Nobody was good in the red zone
real soon.
No, I agree. I mean,
I see that.
That was the only thing he was good at was the red zone. Oh my god. They
just go for 2?
Yeah, and Landry was
touchdown.
He was so
anybody
wide open. I
guarding
thought
him?
that was Bill. But then I heard Bill's
Bill definitely could have made that throw. Anybody?
No, he could have made that catch.
No, he was
so
wide open.
Oh yeah,
Aaron Rodgers on the field.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off. I gotta order some food for my kid here. He's starving. I don't want him to end up looking like Matt Ryan.
Right on. I'll send you my address. You can order me some DoorDash too.
Well, hey, he is a Chiefs fan. Just throw him some KC Masterpiece potato chips. He'll be fine.
All right. Appreciate you coming on, Jay. Hopefully, I'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Anybody else got any final thoughts before I log this off?
I just think that we need to be cautious because I mean, like I said before, we win this game, we're 3-1. All of a sudden, the expectation people come out and oh my God, the Bears are so awesome, and yeah, we'll be 3-1. We have that's not an easy thing to do in the NFL, right? But if we win today, and I think we will, I think the fan base needs to, we're 3-1, but not asterisk. It's not like it's an asterisk, but understand that we're still a team that has a lot of issues, and we're going to lose to the good teams.
Yeah, but like you said, if we do win today, but I want to hear all them criticism and everyone else that said we're only going to have 3 wins.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know how I felt. I thought they were wrong from day one. I thought we were
It was
6 to 9.
analysts and stuff like that, like PFF and everything. Like, wow, like I like to be underrated and everything, but man, you got us at the very bottom. Like,
Well, I mean, if we go back to the preseason show, I think I'm the only one on the panel who said we could win 9 games.
I was there with you.
Yeah, I mean, we can win 9 games.
I said we'd be tied with the Vikings with the 9 wins.
Yeah, I mean, and
I
I
even
say
had the Lions winning 6 games, I believe it was. I have them winning 6 or 7.
I mean, this is a 6 to 9 win team. I don't see lightning striking all of a sudden. You know, if our tackling was better, I might revise it. But the way our tackling has been lately, it's like we're still a 6 to 9 win team, and the offense still isn't that good. I mean, it's nice to see that we can run the ball efficiently. We have 2 great running backs when healthy.
Definitely. That's why I said like weeks ago, I said it before the beginning of the season, Herbert's that good that we may not sign Montgomery. We might let him go.
I would though.
It's nice to have the 1-2 punch, Ken. Don't get me wrong, but every time it seems like we do that, one of the running backs get hurt that actually has that big sighting. We did it last with Tariq.
Monty, see, it's always different though. Because remember, for Monty, they're wargaming Monty every week, right? So this week, because the Giants didn't have enough time to really war game Herbert. Next week, if he's starting, they'll have war gamed Herbert, and he'll still probably have a decent game because he did great in 3 games last year when he started. But I think Monty, they need each other. I think Monty creates opportunities for Herbert because they're a different style of run, and he's more of a beat up the offensive line, so that when Herbert gets in, it's a little softer. Does that make sense?
No,
I mean,
it makes sense 100% for sure.
So,
but like you said, I feel like they need both. And
They
they
need
should
them both.
go 50-50 with them. You know, always keep the fresh guy out there depending on the situation, play call, you know.
That's more of a situation because just saying always be 50-50 because like the only thing where I had a problem with this coaching staff is like he started out the one game and it was pretty rough at first, and then they went to Herbert and it got rougher. It's like, no, you got to leave Monty in so you get the defense to a certain point, right? Then you can 50-50 it maybe.
Right.
But
I mean,
Monty should
Herbert's
always,
every time he's had a chance to step up and they've gave him the ball, he stepped up. Like you said, he did it last year, the only rusher to rush for 100 yards against the Bucs defense, run defense.
So I mean, I would keep with the money we got, I'd keep both. And the funny thing is like when you look at where we're going to spend money next year, I don't know where we're going to spend all this money because okay, Roquan's going to get 18 to 20.
Plus,
yeah, if he keeps
if he
going,
finishes the year in number 1, he's going to get 20 to 25.
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you know, and like,
I mean, they with all the new signings, they're raising the bar with contracts the next big payday. So depending where they rank and finish off the year and what kind of year they have is really depends on the bank.
we got some contracts that need to be signed, but not $130 million worth internally.
No.
If you look externally, let's say the offensive line keeps improving, right? You might not spend money on O-line. You might not spend money on wide receiver because there's nothing to spend money on. You might not really spend money on the defense because really, value to dollar, we might be good with where we're at. I mean, there might, as far as big splashy signings, you know, but there aren't any big splashy, oh my God, go out and get them kind of guys. So when you think about, we're in a position where we can pay our young guys and actually keep them for once versus losing them. But if you look at the free agent market, there is Cousins just got sacked.
I watched it.
There isn't that
too. There was 3 guys that could have got that sack.
They walked right through. I mean, I don't know where the Bears are going to spend the money in the offseason the way things are progressing now. We'll see how it goes towards, as we get closer to the end. But I mean, when you look at what the free agent list is, I mean, there's going to be a lot of free agents because there are a lot of 1-year contracts, but it wasn't like they were Mike Evans.
Right. The only thing I'm different with you on everything that you just said is I think they will make a splash at the wide receiver. I'm not saying a top guy, but it's going to be someone in the middle. I mean, like we did Harry. It's not going
But I
to be
mean-
an OBJ or nobody
It-
top.
Because the fans are going to demand it, because our fans are, and I get it, because our wide receiving core right now doesn't look great.
We really need a number one. We're lacking a number one. When you have Mooney in the number one, we all know he's not a number one. He's a good receiver. He's got speed, but when
who's going to be available? That's the quiet problem.
I'm
Who's
not
gonna
sure
be
on that,
available?
right? I'm not 100% sure on that. I usually don't look at any of that until 17 or the playoffs,
Well, I mean, if you look at the big guys, none of these guys are on deal years. Like the guys who we're all going, oh my God, that guy's a stud, not on deal year. So I don't think
Well,
big.
they weren't like studs when we picked them up. Harry, he didn't have a good year. Pringle, he wasn't on a real good year. You know what I mean? We got these average guys for a decent cost to
And I
help
think that's
out
what
the offense, because realistically, we didn't have money to spend or make a splash.
But that's what I mean, Mike. There's no one in the NFL right now who's on a deal year, who's going to be a free agent next year. That will Bears fans go, oh my God, we got to get that guy.
Hey, you'll have that one fan out there and say, yeah, we do. Debo Samuel, we're going to go out and trade for Debo.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be, is the trading. Oh, we can trade for this guy. Okay, yeah, now you're going to we can trade Tevin Jenkins to get this wide. Great. So yeah, we trade Jenkins, and now to get this stud receiver that we can never throw to. I mean,
I think you jumped in late. I actually talked a little bit about Jenkins.
I saw
and
his score was
Whitehair.
great. Yeah, I saw that.
They're pretty decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The offensive line's been pretty good. You can't really blame the offensive line this year.
And you know why though? Why? It goes back to what I was saying last year. If you run the ball, the O-line gets better. And this team runs the ball, hence the O-line has gotten better. Now they even got better in pass protect. They're still not that great in pass protect, but because of their run game, their pass protect has improved greatly. So is there room for improvement?
Justin Fields needs to do more of his check down sooner. You got to get rid of the ball quick. You can't just hold the ball all the time.
Well, and then the receivers got to do a better job of getting separation, or when he rolls out, breaking. I hate that. All the cornerback had to do was turn his head, and he would have had a beautiful play.
Just because he didn't turn his head.
Right.
It
I
couldn't
hate
be a
that
flag,
flag.
but he wasn't even touching the guy. He just threw his hands up.
No, Thielen was touching him.
Right. Hopefully it's offensively.
Oh my God!
Into the face. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. Wow. Okay. But I mean, so the offensive lines are playing a lot better. The pass protection is better because of the run. It'll be interesting to see if the Bears feel that they can't run as much today, with Monty not being on.
That was a weak penalty. He hit his shoulder pad. Wasn't even the face.
Yeah, the officiating this year has been suspect.
That's terrible. That changes the game.
Hey, Bill, you guys have been sending your checks to some of the wrong refs for some of these games. I know you guys like to pay the Packer refs, but you guys have been paying refs like in this game. Stop sending money to refs, Bill.
Technically, they're not on the books. They're just hearsay.
Don't you got a quarterback to worry about?
Well, I thought you fixed that, but I guess not.
No, the Bears never fixed the quarterback position.
And for all the crap the Bears get about the quarterback position, I remind you, Jay Cutler any team would have been happy to have him back in the day. He just had, hey, go figure, bad offensive lines. It's a common theme in Chicago. And then when he had a good offensive line and the number 2 ranked offense in the league, oh yeah, we had the worst defense in the league. It's just like, come on. But and Jay was in Chicago for what? 7, 8 years?
Yeah.
That was a while. Oh!
Almost hit! Oh, flag!
How the fuck?
This supposed to be the Bears show, not streaming.
They're giving the Vikings.
I know, right?
I didn't see a flag on that
hold on a
either,
second.
a penalty. I seen a flag, but I
Baby
didn't see a
out.
penalty.
Baby out.
But I mean, I was watching
just had a
almost
dog.
the pick.
I cannot.
But if the
Kirk
ball is
Cousins.
touched, he can be hit, right?
Oh,
He's
that's
looking
got to
for
be
the
an
ball.
offensive penalty. That's a face
He
mask.
face masked his ass.
Okay, they're
So
going to
who's
look
he
at
going to be on?
So
is it going to be at
here-
the 1?
Let's see what he says.
There are 2 penalties on the play. What I call?
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow, both on the defense. Didn't see the face mask though.
But I mean, how is that?
That's
I
first
guess-
at the 1, right?
Look, yeah, how's that? Oh, that's totally offensive. The defender
That's
did everything.
weak.
Lattimore
That's
did everything
back-to-back
right.
terrible calls.
Oh
Now
my
it's first
god!
and goal at the 1.
On freaking real. I mean, did the NFL come and say, "Hey guys, look, refs, Minnesota needs to win this game today"?
No, that's when they need to make a new rule saying you can throw that red challenge on a fucking official call.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Like sometimes the refs.
Oh,
blow-
yeah, Jefferson literally just walks in the end zone so he can do his little dance. That's all they wanted. The NFL wanted Jefferson to do his dance because it makes some money. Wow.
That was like a 50-yard swing for 2 bad penalties.
Yeah.
50 yards,
Dude,
wasn't it? That
Dude,
was
that
a
whole
lot.
drive was nothing but 2 penalties.
That's what I mean. That was like damn near the whole width of the field in like a minute and a half. It
You know
didn't
what,
take
though?
long.
I guarantee you if we had Rob on here right now, he'd agree. Mr.
Oh, he's
WBO
cheering
himself.
and he might agree, but yeah, he's watching it from the Legion actually.
Yeah, he's
He said he
pretty
needed
down
the
to
game
earth.
stream, or he didn't need the game
Oh
stream.
my
but
God.
other people's did.
Yeah, he missed it.
Ah, you bum!
Wow. Hey, yeah, this
Now
is a
they're down
Bears
by
show,
3.
but
Now a field goal
yeah,
ties it.
how was that defensive pass interference? If anything, that was offensive with the face
Yeah.
mask.
Because it was incidental contact. He was looking for the ball and making a play on the ball. So it shouldn't have been defensive.
You know, they review the refs every week, and they go through a pretty arduous review process. I am surprised that here we are now in week 4 of the NFL, and we are still getting high school-esque missed calls. Like,
They get
my
paid too
son-
much money to make a bad call. Honestly, I could see some here and there you miss, but you get paid well to officiate.
I mean, my son plays freshman football, and I swear those refs are better than the refs we've had in some of these NFL games. And these refs are not that good.
No, like
For freshman football.
when I see a flag 9 out of 10 times, I know what the damn flag is. Like,
Yeah, everyone will know what the flag is. And these guys aren't getting the holding calls and everything on the line. You know, they're not getting that kind of stuff in high school football for the most part. But
you look real happy today.
hey, if you want to continue to talk back here, we will. But I'm gonna end the show. It's like
yeah,
an
hey,
hour
go
18.
go Bears, bear down. Let's see if we can be 3-1, but don't get your expectations too high if we are.
Definitely. Go Bears. We'll see everybody next week. And if anybody wants to come on the show and talk, just PM me or put a comment into the comments, and I'll go ahead and PM you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Frozen Tundra podcast.
Go, Pack, go!
Welcome to the next episode of Halas Hall Report.
Stop, Bears.
Yeah!
Hey, you want Detroit Lions football? The hits, the action, the biting the kneecaps? It's all here. This is our show. Get ready for the Motor City Lions Talk Show.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Packers Show.
I was very happy on how our defense stepped up because the few weeks prior they haven't been doing so good.
Play fake. Cousins taking a deep shot. Jefferson's got separation, and he's got the catch. Inside the 40. Jefferson still going. See you later.
Welcome to the Bears Show. It is game day. We are doing the live shows on Sunday mornings at 9:45 a.m.
It's showtime!
The final hour of the show, we allow every fan base on, considering Bear fans, Viking fans, Lion fans, even Bucks fans come on. So come check out the show.